time in ages. She doesn't seem to want to be on camera. That's a first. Oh, but instead she wants to get up on the table, which is a bit naughty. Poppy, get off. Off, off, off. Oh. Okay, I'll take you off. Aye! Okay, I am here to review the Hawthorn pattern. So this is it. The Colette 1026 Hawthorn pattern. Okay, so what did I think of this pattern? Well, I said I was going to make the dress on my September fabric haul, but then I changed my mind because I've actually made a lot of dresses this month. I've made more dresses than I said I was going to, so I'm a bit dressed out. So instead I thought I'd make the top, because I feel like that's one thing that's missing in my wardrobe is a few little shirts and tops. And I'll show you it, give you a bit of a whirl. So here it is. I'm wearing it with my Topshop skinny jeans. Can I go further back? Like this, so you can see the pretty peplum. No, Poppy, stop it. Now she wants to get in camera. Okay, so this, I made it out of a Liberty Tala lawn. This is called Jonathan, this print, and I absolutely love it. It's really geometric and quite 1940s-esque. And we've actually got it in the shop, so until you guys buy it all up, it's sitting in the online shop, so help yourselves. It's, yeah, really, really lovely, and because we got it, it's a clearance, part of their clearance stock, so they're no longer printing it, so then we can get it in a little bit cheaper, and then that means we can sell it to you a little bit cheaper, so I think it's about £14 a metre. But yeah, it's a really nice pattern to, look, so I've got fluff in my mouth, stuck to my lipstick. Sorry. It's a really nice fabric to make a shirt out of. So I have made the version 1, but I didn't make short sleeves because I'm going to sit back so you can see a little bit more of it. I didn't make short sleeves because it's coming into winter, so I figured that I wanted to have nice long sleeves, so I made the 3/4 sleeves, there you go, and I put a little binding on the edge. Now, in the instructions, it says to do a proper placket and a cuff, but I didn't have that kind of time, so I just put a little bias binding on, and it's really pretty. I put the little pleat in still that it tells you to do, but then I just put a little bias binding on, and I'm really pleased. It's really simple, but to be honest, I didn't want to bother to put a cuff on them because I'm probably going to wear it as a cardi, and it seems like a lot of effort if it's not going to show. Yeah, that was a little cheat, so sorry to Colette for not following your instructions, but I really did find them lovely to follow. These guys are just brilliant. They put so much information in their booklets, more so than any other pattern company, apart from us, of course. But yeah, so I think they're really clear. Now, the only thing that's very strange is the sizing is odd. So I didn't make any adjustments, and I made the size 2, American size 2, which is a UK size 6. I have never been a size 6. I have recently lost a bit of weight, but not so much that I would be a size 6. So it is definitely a generous sizing, and even with that, it's not overly fitted, so there's room here, which you would want. You want some ease in there because it's a shirt, and you know, it's comfortable. But yeah, it's very, very generous on sizing. So I checked. So basically, their size 6, as their size 2, says bust 34, which seems really big to me. So anyway, it's great. It doesn't really matter because you've got the finished garment and the body measurements there. So it just means that if you are teeny, then even if they're size 0, which is bust 33, waist 25, hip 35, you might find that there isn't a size small enough for you. But anyway, made it really nicely. Collar wasn't really easy. I interfaced it. I don't always interface things, but I think that it needed it because this cotton lawn needed some structure. And it's got an interface strip down the placket as well, which helps with the buttons. I made covered buttons. I don't know if you can see, little covered buttons to match the fabric. So it has this peplum, which is sitting currently about an inch above my natural waist, which is normally what happens with a lot of patterns. I am quite long in the waist, but I often decide not to not to alter it because I think it looks more flattering if I cheat it a bit. So I often keep them slightly higher, and I'm pleased that I did with this because I think it works. What would I do if I did it differently? I don't know. I mean, if in another fabric I might maybe make it a little bit smaller at the waist. If I was making the dress I probably would, but as a top I probably would keep it like this. I'd definitely be up for making another one in short sleeves. I've just noticed, guys, there's a lot of space up here. I'm just gonna, just a second, I'm gonna move the camera. This is better. You lose the top of my head, but you don't need to see the top of my head. You need to see the shirt that I'm talking about. So yeah, I think I wouldn't change anything particularly about the fit. I'd leave it as it is. I keep touching myself, checking that I'm happy with it. It is really comfy, really comfy. It took quite a while to make. It's funny, I feel that the amount of time that I'm prepared to spend on a top is definitely a lot less than the amount of time I'm prepared to spend on a dress. Even if it's a really difficult or rather complicated top, I still feel a bit like I'm hard done by. So this did take about 4 or 5 hours. So that's the kind of time that I would expect to normally have a dress. But then I decided I didn't need to make a dress, and actually if you were making the dress it probably would take similar time because all the detail and complicated bits are all in the top part, and the peplum is essentially a shortened skirt, so you just have a few more buttonholes to do. Oh, that was frustrating. My buttonholes did play up. The last one, it's always the last one, isn't it? So the last one just decided to go wrong for no other reason, so I had to unpick him. But fortunately, because this fabric is okay, it's quite strong, it coped okay with being unpicked and restitching. So plus it's really busy, so it kind of, if your buttonhole was a little bit not perfect, which mine bottom one isn't, you can't really see. So everyone's a winner. What else have I got to say about this? I would be interested to make the sleeveless version next summer, so I think I might do that. And I'm also interested to make it in a rayon, something a little bit drapier, and see how that looks. But it's really cute, it is really cute. I definitely say it's intermediate because of the collar, the button placket, the insertion of the sleeve, and certainly if you were to do the proper cuff on it, that would be an intermediate level. So not for beginners, not for newbies, but something to work up towards. But yeah, thanks Colette, it's a nice pattern. So that is it for today. So it's already the end of September. I'm filming this a few days before the end of September, so by the time you guys get this, it's probably going to be very early October. My rest of my makes for September I have been making. I have made a couple, and I've got a couple more to make. But they basically have been pushed back because I made so many other samples, and I made a lot of samples because we had the release of the Joan this month, which has been amazingly received, which is great to see. And we also had the Handmade Fair, and I was on stage, so I wanted to make sure I had some nice dresses for that. So I was on stage twice, which was amazing. And I also wanted to have dresses to show off all the fabrics that we had. So I made 4 dresses plus what I said I was going to make, and this. It's been intense, so I'm sorry that you're getting it all a little bit late, but yeah, with the shows and with the release of the Joan and with the other projects that we've got on the go, again, sewing has been quite far down the list, but I feel that I've got quite a lot done anyway, so there'll be lots to show you. I think I might show you the other things I've made, even though I didn't show you the fabric, because I thought it'd be quite nice to see. They're a little bit different, a bit more wintry, so give you some inspiration for what you can make for winter. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I'm heading off to dinner. Poppy's going to chill out on the sofa, which she won't be very happy about. And I hope you guys have a nice day or evening, depending on what time you're watching this. See you next time. Bye!